Hey Rays fans, Jared Shafran here, joined by Tim Harrison and Cam Askew for today's Stingrays signing Zoom call presented by Canine Control Rehabilitation and Home Telecom. It's great to be able to announce both of you at the same time. Both of you guys coming back for your third season with the team, both residing from and residing in the Boston area. So I guess we'll start with you, Tim. You know, coming back for a third year. And being back with this team, how does that feel to kind of have it all sorted out and you know where you're going to be next year?
Oh, it feels amazing, Chef. Obviously, with the uncertainty of how our season ended and just, the run we had last year, the excitement for this upcoming season has been tremendous for me, at least. And I know for a lot of other guys, including Cam, I don't want to speak for him, but, just been kind of gearing up, trying to get ready and get everything dialed in. So when we get back, it's all systems go, and we can really start to focus on getting back what we started this past year.
And Cam, for you too, last year you were starting to heat up kind of in the second half of the season, playing your better hockey later in the year. So I'm sure while it was a little bit frustrating, I'm sure it's nice to be able to come back and start over again next year.
It was great. We had a great team last year, and it was awful the way it ended. I think we would have had a great run there in the playoffs. Obviously, we wanted to keep going. So the season coming up, where me, Tim, and the guys that are coming back, we're super excited, and we want to pick up right where we left off, and just so excited. And obviously, it's uncertain when the season's going to start, but whenever it does, we're all getting ready, and we're excited for it to start.
I wanted to ask you guys too, because there's been some pretty awesome moments over just even the past couple years that you guys have been with this team. Do you guys have a favorite moment from your time with the Stingrays, or maybe something you think about that when you think about the upcoming season, you're like, wow, if the building was like this, or if we do something like this, that would kind of be something in your mind? I don't know, Cam, maybe we'll start with you on this one. Yeah. If you have something that's kind of sticks out like that.
One that definitely sticks out is our first year in South Carolina, when we had the 3-game mini playoff series before the actual playoffs with Atlanta. That last game at home, we scored with like 50 seconds or whatever it was, and the crowd was going nuts, and that was awesome. I know Tim and myself we're looking forward to playing at home again, and that was definitely an awesome moment that sticks out for sure.
Tim, same thing. He might have just taken yours, but even if it was, that was such an amazing couple days there.
Yeah, obviously there's such a wide array of great events that we've had and different games where it just stick out to me. But for me personally, I just love the games where we have special jerseys, especially the military appreciation night and the breast cancer awareness night. I think we did that 2 years ago. But there's just such a buzz around the rink. The fans are really into it, and those tend to be our biggest crowds. So anytime we can show up and put on a good show for our crowd and the community, it's definitely stuff that I remember. And obviously there's been some tight games, some pretty physical games. I think one of them ended in like a little brawl, which was pretty exciting. But most of the games you really can't go wrong, right? When we have the crowds going and all the guys, especially this past year, we were really ripping on all cylinders. So everything's pretty exciting, and definitely thinking about those nights and excited to come back to it.
Off season's been a little bit weird for everybody. A lot of things that you're probably used to doing, you can't do. Specifically, everybody's talking about what training has been like, and I know you guys have both started to get back to that training. But what has your off season been like? What have you been able to do during this extra time? Tim, we'll start with you on this one.
Yeah, I know. I think at the end of the season, the big question was, how are we going to be staying afloat, especially as ECHLers, guys in the minor leagues. Basically, I've just been working out at home, doing the home workouts. Those ended up getting a little bland. Once phase 3 started in Massachusetts, was able to get back into my gym with my trainer. So that's been really exciting. And definitely rejuvenated my training. But I've also been picking up odd jobs, been selling old gear, been working for my brother a little bit here and there. So that's been good, keeping me busy, definitely keep me out of trouble. So, I mean, just trying to stay busy, Shaf, really just doing things that make me better each and every day, and trying to improve myself on and off the ice, and just be a good person, and just trying to focus on the little things that I can appreciate throughout these trying times, because you kind of take things for granted in a way. So being able to do that, take a step back and reflect, has been definitely special for me.
Cam, I know you said you've been able to start skating. Give us a sense of what it's been like for you trying to stay in shape and get ready for another season.
It's been obviously it's a little weird this off season. All of us have never been through an off season with the times that are going on now, but yeah, I've been skating a bit, just a little skills here and there, and then I've been working a hockey camp around the Boston area 4 days a week. So that's been awesome, getting out with kids all ages, all skill sets, and personally I've been learning a lot from that, and stuff that I can incorporate in my game too, which is awesome. It's the best of both worlds. But same as Harry, I've been doing some home workouts and running and stuff like that. My trainer has some stuff in his basement that I've been going over there a little bit, and just a few things. So that's been good so far. And just obviously, like I said, it's uncertain when our season's going to start. So we're just trying to stay ready when we get the call to come down, and super excited to come back.
You guys are both in that Boston area I mentioned before, and it's kind of been during this time a little bit flipped. When you guys were all shut down, the case numbers down here in South Carolina, we didn't really have as many. Now a lot of the cases up north have kind of gone away, and all of a sudden we're a hot spot here down south. So maybe kind of give us the opposite viewpoint there, as far as what were you guys doing to make sure that hopefully those cases were going to go down? Obviously, that's something maybe that some residents of South Carolina down here need to make sure that they're doing some of those things. What was that like to be in a city that was a hot spot and had some of those issues starting out? We'll start with Cam here.
Obviously, it's really hard times. When we first got back, pretty much everything was shut down here in the Boston area. Masks everywhere you go, required to go in, grocery store, wherever it may be. But no, I think Massachusetts as a state did a very good job with trying to get the numbers down. And I know everyone doesn't agree with everything, but I think we did a pretty good job. And just trying to stay safe, stay out of big crowds. Do the little things, wear your mask, always wash your hands, stuff like that. It's kind of crazy how it's happened. I mean, you never really. I know personally, I'm leaving the grocery store, I'm not putting hand sanitizer on all the time prior to this, but from now on, I'm definitely going to be doing that. And I mean, I think it's a learning experience for everyone. Our lives are going to be different after all this, and obviously, it's an awful thing to go through. But I think Massachusetts as a state did a pretty good job, and hopefully those numbers can keep going down, and in South Carolina they can start going down as well, so we can get back down there and start playing some hockey.
Tim, same thing. What have you noticed, and what are some of the things that you've kind of taken away from this experience?
Yeah, I mean, Skewer really hit the nail on the head with that. Especially during the beginning when we got back here, you just felt awkward in the grocery store wearing a mask, and like feeling like you can't go to a specific aisle because someone's already in there. You almost just feel scared to be around people. And then you kind of sense the same on the other side with other people in public. But like Cam said, I think Massachusetts has definitely done a good job of really clamping down on the masks, making sure everyone's wearing them. And then also I think people just took a a nice two-month hiatus from going anywhere, which, I mean, I guess in hindsight isn't that bad of a thing, especially to just end this pandemic, but also to just get away from going to bars and maybe just keeping a little simpler, and just doing different things, finding new hobbies. So, I mean, all I can say is I hope everyone's just wearing masks in South Carolina, because we're ready to come back and have you guys cheer for us. So that's all I can really say on that.
That kind of leads me right into my next question, which you mentioned, hey, there was a lot of downtime where you might be able to learn some new things, maybe try something different. Myself, I kind of got back to my high school days. I didn't really play a lot of video games the last couple of years, but I bought an Xbox. I had a lot of time to play. I bought a new bike, so I was walking around the area here. It was obviously nice weather in March and April when everything started. But what for you guys, was there anything you did that you don't normally do with your time? You have a little extra time. Tim, did you try anything new during the quarantine?
Yeah. Well, Shaf, first of all, I got to make sure I get your gamer tag so we can
Yeah,
link up on the sticks.
for sure.
But yeah, actually bought a old used pair of new golf clubs. So I've been really hitting the golf course a lot. Caught the golf bug pretty bad. Hopefully, try to get my game up to standard so I can beat Chernichin when I get back. Or just get it up to the point where I can be a caddy for him when he does his amateur tournaments. That I've just been golfing, getting outside, enjoying the nice weather. Like I said, I've been slinging my old hockey gear. So if anyone wants to purchase those, they can hit me up. And just a quick plug right there. But yeah, just trying to stay busy, Chef.
Cam, for you, anything new that you tried out here?
No, nothing new personally. Like Harry said, just trying to stay busy. I've been getting outside. When I first got home, everything shut down. I was taking my dog for like walks for hours all day because that was pretty much the only thing to do. But other than that, no, trying to stay busy. Been going to the beach a bit. Little bit of video games. Like I said, working the hockey camp, stuff like that. It's been tough times, but for me personally, I can't believe I've already been home 4 months already. So it's been kind of crazy. The summer's almost over. Trying to stay busy and excited to get back and excited for hockey season to start.
Last week, big news was that Ryan Blair, guy who you guys know really well, was promoted. He's the new head coach of this team. I'm sure you guys have talked to him a little bit since that happened. What were your thoughts on him accepting the job, and what was it like to work with him last year? I know he was kind of focused a little bit more on the defensive side of things, but obviously he was in the room and he was on the bus and he was everywhere. So what did you guys take away from his personality and having him kind of take over as the head coach? And Cam, we could start with you.
No, yeah, obviously super excited for Blairsy. Blairsy's the best. I mean, every day he's at the rink full of energy, and the season gets long in February, January, around there, and we need that energy. And I think he's going to be the same way next year. Obviously, he has a little more responsibility now, having the head coaching job, but super happy for him. He deserves it. He works so hard with video and everything like that, and we all loved him last year, and we're excited for him, and I think he's going to do a great job.
Tim, same thing with you. Obviously, I'm sure you guys had some good experiences with him, and hey, yeah, there's a reason why he gets promoted. But what are your takeaways from having him assume that position?
Couldn't agree more with Cam. Just first and foremost, his energy and his poise. I think that's a great combination that he has. He's just full of excitement when he's at the rink, just raring to go. Always brings a positive attitude. His effort's always there, and you can tell that he's just really wanting to learn and wanting to do the right thing. And I think that's obviously you have someone like that at the helm, it'll definitely steer the ship in the right direction. I think it's been great to have him get the promotion, especially even after 1 year. I think the experience of being with such a great squad last year will definitely help him when it comes time to start this year. Rob and Todd definitely put in some good work in order to make that decision. I'm sure they definitely looked at other people, but I mean, at the end of the day, Blairsy, I think, is definitely the way to go. And for us as guys who's already played with him and spent the year with him, I think we all definitely endorse him, and we're ready to go. And with that being said, also I want to extend a congrats to Bergie on his new position at Sacred Heart. Obviously, tough to see him go, but I know he's pretty excited about being able to enter the college ranks. So just wanted to give that shout out to Bergie as well.
Yeah, same here. I want to give a shout out to Bergie too. He was great to us last year. He's a great coach, and excited for him and his new opportunity. Obviously, we're going to miss him, but he was a great coach to all of us, and even better person too. So I just want to say good luck to him, and thank you for everything.
Last thing before we wrap the Zoom call up here, guys, I was just thinking, before we jumped on, when we get back, and I know we've talked about it a few times, but I think for a lot of guys, it'll probably be pretty emotional. And, you think about, trying to not take things for granted. We thought we had a rest of the regular season, a playoffs, hopefully a long run in the playoffs last year, and none of that kind of came to fruition. So for you guys, and maybe, talking to other players that are maybe thinking about playing again, or they're not really sure, do you think when we do get through all of this and you're back on the ice and it's the home opener or something like that, that there's going to be some extra emotion there, that you guys are really going to be able to kind of look back at this and say, hey, this is something we need to really focus extra hard on? And Tim, we can start with you here.
Absolutely, Shaf. I think that it's just like one of those things that I mentioned before. Sometimes we've been playing hockey for so long that you almost take it for granted. And then obviously when guys get injured or something like that, where they're not able to play, and then in this instance, a huge pandemic that's ended the season, you start to realize how lucky you have it and how great you have it. So I think when we get back, I think there's going to be an extra fire in the bellies of the guys who especially are coming back to South Carolina, but also those who are new to South Carolina, and they'll just see the great organization that we have in South Carolina. And I think they're just going to be raring to go. And obviously, I think one of the hardest parts about the pandemic is that we've lost a couple guys to retirement, and people are unsure of what they want to do. And that's obviously extremely understandable, because people need to prepare for their future and set themselves up. But for those who are coming back, and for the new guys, it's an experience like no other. And I think we're going to be right where we left off. And we have a lot of unfinished business that I think guys who are coming in should be ready to go and hop right on the train. And we're going to be, all systems go, ready to win a championship.
Cam, same thing to you. And it seems like Tim just mentioned it. Unfinished business. I think in watching every team, players who have been signing around the ECHL, everybody says, hey, we've got unfinished business. And, for some teams it's different than others. For us, hey, there was an opportunity where we felt like we were going to have a team that could have went on a long run. But I think that's kind of one of those things where everyone kind of has that unfinished business. And I'm sure, Cam, you feel the same way.
Yeah, exactly. Like Harry said, last year we thought we had a great chance at winning a Kelly Cup. So obviously the way things ended were awful for everyone. But we're so excited to get back, and whenever that may be, like you said, that home opener or that first game, might be a little emotional. Like you said, it's going to be a long layoff for everyone, but it's only July, and me personally, I can't wait to get back down and start playing again. So unfinished business, and can't wait, and it's going to be a great season, and hopefully sooner rather than later.
Definitely, hopefully sooner rather than later. I know that everyone's ready to see a schedule. That we don't really have one yet, but hopefully with case numbers hopefully declining, we'll get the schedule out there and be back on the ice as soon as we can. Well, guys, this has been a lot of fun to catch up with you. I appreciate you taking the time and doing this. Maybe we'll catch up again during this this extended off season and give the fans a chance to ask you guys a couple questions. But for now, we appreciate you taking the time, and we'll talk to you soon.
For sure, Shaf. Thank you.
Sounds good. Thank you, Chef.